OnlyJayus might officially be known as the worst content thief on the internet. She's getting exposed once again for copying videos exactly word for word, then lying that she's the original creator of the content, with people saying, "She stole your flow word for word, bar for bar," and word for word and pic for pic. OnlyJayus is one of the biggest TikTok creators of all time. Over 18 million followers, brand deals, Netflix partnerships, and even major social media success. And what makes this fall even more disturbing is the growing number of creators now coming forward. Creators who claim that they've been stolen from, ignored, used, and in some cases outright disrespected. So this raises the question, what actually happened to the victims of OnlyJayus? Hey there, I'm Booms, and I make weekly documentaries to share with you guys. And today we're going to be talking about one of the most hated creators on the internet and how she used her victims' content for her own financial gain. From extreme racism, fake apologies, and straight up plagiarism, this is what would ultimately turn her into one of the most unfollowed creators of all time. Isabella Avila, known online as OnlyJayus, skyrocketed to fame by making quick-paced psychology facts and life hack videos. Her early success felt almost impossible, going from over 100,000 followers to 1 million in just the span of a month. However, it wouldn't be long until OnlyJayus would be fired from her job at Best Buy while recording her videos in her uniform. Even after being warned, she never listened, which is exactly what shapes her into the copycat liar she is today.
Then I got fired from Best Buy. I was working at Best Buy making videos in my uniform. They found out about it. Not even at work, like before work, after work, just in my uniform. They found out about it. Told me to delete the videos or we're gonna fire you. So I deleted the videos and then they fired me.
They fired you anyway?
Yeah.
She claimed that after getting fired from her job at Best Buy, she blew up and hit 1 million followers shortly after. However, this fame never lasted forever because within just the last few months, OnlyJayus' TikTok views are at an all-time low, following along with her YouTube like to dislike ratio being completely unheard of, with viewers of OnlyJayus' content making people sign a petition to completely wipe her off the face of the internet with over 400,400 signatures today. Now you may be wondering what OnlyJayus could have possibly done wrong to get this worldwide hate, and to get things started, let's take a look into the blatant racism that she has caused towards some of these creators. Because in February of 2021, a TikToker by the name of Freak the Gemini posted a video exposing private messages that OnlyJayus had sent in 2016, which is the peak of her career. The screenshots included horrific language, slurs, and just downright disgusting behavior.
Everybody here that I love you no matter your sex, your gender, your sexuality, your faith, or your race.
Goofy alert, guess that didn't age well, cause this you. At the bottom calling someone the hard ER, a word used to oppress black people in my community.
To make things completely clear, this is completely unnecessary and downright disgusting coming from an individual's mouth. These messages were towards a completely different white content creator who was dating a black person at the time. However, instead of using the hard R as an insult, it was a way to completely disrespect their relationship.
She didn't just say the N-word. It's not like she was mouthing it and said the words in a song. There are levels to it. There's the white influencer dancing and then mouthing the words with an A at the end. There's calling someone the N-word. There's calling someone the N-word with a hard R at the end. And then there's calling someone a n***ver. A slur is a slur, but to insult someone for being in a relationship with a black person by calling them a n***ver, it does not get any worse than.
However, since OnlyJayus was fairly young at the time, being at the age of 16 or 17 years old, she had the chance to apologize and own up to her disgusting mistakes, which is exactly what she did. However, the fake tears and the insincere apology would only make things worse.
In my past, I said disgusting things to people, and I am so ashamed of myself for using racist rhetoric and derogatory language to hurt others, because I knew what that word meant, and I understood the power behind it, but I said it anyway because it was the meanest thing that I could think of, and I am so sorry to everyone, but especially to those in the black community, because only you guys can forgive me for this, and there is no excuse, and there are no justifications for what I said, and you guys deserve better. And when I first saw the screenshots, I didn't even think that they were real because I forgot how hateful and how angry of a person I used to be.
This led to many viewers saying things like, that apology was so forced. She's acting like it's all okay just because she said sorry. However, as time went on after the apology video, many creators pointed out that these were all fake tears and that she only posted this apology video to clear her reputation entirely.
Everything I hated about OnlyJayus apology. Number first is the fake crying. I don't know what Miss Little Thing thought she was doing, but she was like she was crying when we all know she wasn't. Stop.
Knowing that begging for people to forget what she had done to these innocent creators, she knew it wouldn't be a good idea begging for the internet to forgive him. So she thought it would be a great idea to show her views on what she's trying to improve on in life.
The first book that I decided to pick up was How to Be Anti-Racist by Dr. Ibram Kendi, and this will push readers that think that they're not racist into being something better.
This video went so incredibly viral that Penguin Zero, aka Moist Critical, responded mocking her improvement video.
I'm gonna hit you with the cold water. If you need to buy a book on how not to be racist, you've already failed. I think you're already too far gone. What the fuck?
Now, if we take a closer look at the ending of OnlyJayus' insincere apology, we can see that she wanted to collaborate with other black creators in a desperate effort to make up for her disgusting acts.
To you in your life. People born in March are way more likely to have asthma, and I can actually speak to this one because my little sister, the only one born in March, has asthma.
What the fuck are you talking about? What? Is that real? Like, these are things she actually believes in? Or is this like some kind of TikTok meme I don't understand?
However, not too long after OnlyJayus posted this, a black creator by the name of Aunt Karen Zero, who initially agreed to collaborate with OnlyJayus after her apology, later revealed that OnlyJayus had ghosted her after months and months of waiting for a response from her. After publicly promising this partnership, she ignored the messages and never followed through, and this was her response.
So this message is for you, OnlyJayus, and honestly, hopefully they don't take this down for harassment or bullying because Auntie always has receipts. Now, you become a mutual of mine after your whole N-word debacle. Said you want to collaborate with me. We email, and suddenly you've dropped off the face of the earth. So, are black people just tokens for you to use when you're ready to play? Because I can tell you one thing. If you were really truly sorry about what you said, you would not have lied and said you were going to do something you clearly aren't trying to do.
When confronted, OnlyJayus responded not with just accountability, but with deflection. She blamed her ADHD for procrastination, and she forgot to respond to the email. She said she was overwhelmed, and the internet, already skeptical of her sincerity, saw this for what was another excuse.
Episode of What Are People Mad at Me For Now? Not checking my emails in a timely manner. I wish I was joking. Forgot to respond to an email from this creator that wanted to collab with me, and instead of just like hitting me up again, they made 7 videos about it! Can you please leave me the f alone? I have a diagnosed neurological disorder that makes me forget things and procrastinate due to time blindness. I forget to eat for days. I procrastinate sleep for more days. I barely text my family back, and I just had to move apartments because my address got leaked, and you're gonna throw a fit because I didn't make you my priority?
And things just got worse from there. Among those creators was I'm Just Xander, a TikToker who has publicly revealed that he actually had ghostwritten Jayus' now notorious apology video. According to him, she didn't write a word of it at all. Xander claimed that he had helped her craft it so she wouldn't lose her brand deals. And after she used his words to save her reputation, she cut contact with him completely.
I had someone ghostwrite their apology so that they didn't lose their brand deals.
The person that helped you write the apology is
me. Hi. I've already talked about it once before on my channel, but immediately after they confirmed it was true with me over text message, I then tried to help them to the best of my ability while still being extremely angry and frustrated. Helped with a good bit of the apology, especially the part about black creatives. When we were both talking about that part in the apology, I really did think that they would hold up their end of the bargain, And even if it's not the case, I definitely do feel like I was like a little bit used, even though I was friends with them before this even happened.
This got so bad that even her collaborations with brands like Netflix and Tinder were completely dropped. Companies didn't want to be associated with her anymore, and despite all of this, TikTok still never banned her account. Then came the TikTok video plagiarism scandal that the internet has still never forgiven her for, because a few years back in 2020, OnlyJayus accused another popular TikToker by the name of Jonathan Moss of stealing her video word for word in a video simply explaining the meaning of the month you were born in. However, if we take a deeper look into the situation, Jonathan Moss never actually copied OnlyJayus, he only used the same article as her.
I do not own information. I think it's okay for other creators to do fact videos. It literally does not bother me. I just think it's really weird when other big creators think it's okay to copy my video word for word and act like you didn't.
Did you know that your birth month actually has a huge effect on who you are as a person and the things that could possibly happen to you?
Yo, did you know that your birth month actually has a huge effect on you and the things that can happen to you in your life?
This led to viewers starting to combine through OnlyJayus' content on TikTok and YouTube, and they came to a conclusion that entire segments of her videos were lifted word for word from Reddit threads, scientific articles, and blog posts completely without credit. However, as much as she tried to save herself stating that content thieves were horrible, she never let that stop her plagiarizing content farm.
I'm going to be teaching you how to fake your own death.
How to fake your own death.
Immediately start paying off all your debt.
You're also going to want to pay off all your debt.
This ensures that no debt collectors will come looking after you.
It's going to ensure that no debt collectors come looking for you.
No one will report you to the police for unpaid debts.
We're calling the police to try and get their money back.
However, if you thought that this was the last time OnlyJayus could pull off her sneaky tactics, well, you were wrong.
The bomb exploded, you have to act immediately. First of all, don't look at the flash because it's going to blind.
Boom, the bomb went off, you have to act fast. Okay, first things first, don't look at the flash, it'll blind you.
You don't have a chance to get to a shelter. Your safest bet is to lay down face down and cover your head.
If you can't find shelter, your best bet is going to be to lay down on the ground, face down, covering your head and ears.
Fact number 1, Wikipedia articles can be super long, right? Well, did you know that if you replace this word en with simple,
just delete this en dot and type in simple.
It'll simplify the entire article for you?
Wikipedia will dumb it down for you.
Enter the name of your class, file type, and then 2 dots PPT.
And the subject you need to learn about, followed by file type : PPT.
You will find tons of slides and PowerPoints on the subject that you're studying.
And a bunch of different PowerPoint presentations on the subject are gonna pop.
However, everything was running its course until OnlyJayus messed with the wrong dude that goes by the name Everyday Alex. And let me just say, this man was not letting her sneaky content shit slide.
Remember when OnlyJayus got canceled for saying the N-word? Apparently that didn't teach them to be a better person, because look what they just did.
When you get a new job, do just enough to not get fired.
Put in the bare minimum, just enough not to get fired.
And then after about 6 months, or when a new position opens up, make a sudden, drastic change.
In like 6 months or whenever a new position opens up, you're gonna kick it into high gear.
Start coming in early, grind really hard, offer to take work home.
You're coming to work early, you're gonna ask to bring like work home.
And inevitably, your boss will ask, why the big change?
Just whatever it takes for your boss to come up and be like, what's up with this like sudden change?
Shortly after Alex posted this, many people fled to the drama saying things like, OnlyJayus can't come up with her own content to save her life. Everything she says is from dumb posts that aren't even true half the time. And at first I was like, well, this could be a coincidence, but then it kept going. After this video was published, it didn't take long for OnlyJayus fans to respond. However, Alex was not going to give up and let OnlyJayus win, so he offered to put $10,000 on the line for anybody who could find the Reddit post that they had been beefing over.
OnlyJayus stole one of my TikTok videos. I have the proof on my page. I called her out, she denied it, and said this, that we both got the idea from the same Reddit post. I am offering $10,000 to charity right now if she can send me the Reddit post. And if any of you on the internet can find the Reddit post, I'll give you $1,000 and we'll donate the other $9,000 to a charity of your choice.
However, after Alex made that $10,000 deal, OnlyJayus panicked and claimed that she had screenshotted the original Reddit post a long time ago. However, after endlessly scrolling on a live stream, it seemed as though he found the original article. However, Alex wasn't messing around and he continued to say that she faked the entire process, which I am 100% with you on. This led to Alex finding how OnlyJayus has been lying about the screenshots and eventually found what OnlyJayus has been hiding for months on end.
We found how she got the rest of the screenshot. It turns out you can search Reddit for recent deleted posts. We used the script in the screenshot and saw that she commented it. She commented on a different subreddit where she thought nobody would see and then deleted it so that she had the convincing looking thing for her screenshot. She actually posted it twice because there's some typos in the first one. And then she changed the date on the screenshot, which you can do easily. I'll lay out all the proof better soon, but I just wanted to hop on and say this. Ridiculous.
However, after OnlyJayus was completely exposed, she was basically left with nothing up her sleeves anymore. So she simply went back to stealing other creators' content and never messed with Everyday Alex again. Meanwhile, the majority of the creators she hurt are still trying to recover their channel from the damage that she has done. Others are still trying to gain the visibility that was stripped off from them. I really don't think that there is a true way for OnlyJayus to come back from this other than to delete her channel or start something different entirely. However, we aren't sure of this yet. Thanks for watching.